I'm gonna try this again. I went live, but I think I was on my wrong page. So let's go ahead and see if it'll show me on my business page. Hopefully. Okay, so okay, let's try this again. Hello everybody, welcome into Emily's Upcycled Home. If you see that live button in the corner, I am currently live. If you no longer see it, give me a hashtag replay down in the bottom because you are watching the replay. Go ahead and please share me out. Give me comments down there. Let's help this live get fed out because I know I have not been live like I need to. So just help this page get pushed out a little bit. But we have a fun Christmas craft using a spring, and I'll show you what we're gonna make soon. Let me go ahead and get situated. I need to go grab my tea, and then we can go ahead and get going here. So if you guys see me for a bit on the other page, I was on the wrong page, you guys. It's just an Emily day. So if you guys can go ahead and share me out, I would appreciate that. Hopefully all my comments and everything work. Okay, let's do this. Alrighty. Who do we have in here? Hello, Kitty and Lynn and Sarah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Sarah, congratulations. I see you're part of the Golden Girl group now. You a Golden Girl girl? Which one you gonna be? I think you'll... Oh my goodness. You don't want to hear my voice. I think you're gonna be a great fit over there, girl. Alright, you guys. Well, let's go ahead and share me out. I know I've been silent for a little bit, but I'm hoping this all picks up. So I have a spring here that we're going to be working with, and I have a little frosted ornament. I got my ornaments from Hobby Lobby. You can go ahead and see that's a little bit of shimmer glittery. You're welcome. I forgot my cloth for my top, but what we are going to create, I'm kind of going to show you how I create this. We're going to break down the little face for you guys, and hopefully I could do it justice to where everybody at the end of this is able to paint this cute little face. So that's what we're gonna do. So got my paint situated, I think, of course. I'm just gonna use some black for the eyes, blue, and then of course I'm going to come in with some white, and the white I'm going to use is the Fusion Casement White because it's a little bit darker and richer so that it covers things. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. Hello, Elaine. Welcome in. Hello, Cheryl, my girl. How are you, friend? So are you guys ready to paint faces today? So I'm going to go ahead, and if we have time for a second project, and depending how I feel, we can go ahead and start a second one, but we'll see. So we're just gonna put this spring aside because we'll use that later. And what I did with my surfaces, what I like to do is I like to give my surfaces a sealer, and I just sprayed this with the Rust-Oleum Top Coat Sealer from, you can get this on Amazon. It's just a clear matte finish, and that just helps your paint not get so absorbed into the product, into the surface that you're using. Hopefully that helps with this, because when I did it the first time, it kind of like was struggle bus there for a little bit. So we're just gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna kind of, let me do this. I'm gonna kind of tell you how to draw the little eyes a little bit. And I'm going to break, let's just use this little Christmas card here because that's what I have. I'm going to break it up into 3 kind of like, it is back again. Tell a friend. Yeah, tell a friend. Sprinkle me out. I know I'm probably going to have to rebuild a little bit here, but that's okay. Hello, M's. All right. So, see how I did the eyes here. So we're going to start with a teardrop kind of eye. Okay? And what I did is I went ahead and did the black circle first. And you want to do like a, can you guys see this? Let me get up close. So this is going to be like your teardrop eye. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add that blue paint under here. That's going to be blue. Do you see how I'm working in that circle? And then under here, we're going to come back in with a layer of white, just building all that in. So this will be black, this will be the blue, and that will be the white. So we're just going to work on 3 little kind of like outlines and circles. And you want this one. I'm not going to add the next 2 layers. We're just going to right now work on this little one right here. And we're going to make 2, 1 on each side. Pretend this is, and don't go all, see how you want. You don't want to go all the way down in here because that's going to be your blue and that's going to be your white. So let's just work on the smaller circles. Does that help you guys? You guys can also draw your faces on rice paper if you want. Paint them on rice paper. Cut out that rice paper and then decoupage that onto your orb as well, or whatever surface you're going to do. But you do want to make sure you're using like something with a sealer so that when you go and Mod Podge it after it fully dries, that your surface does not smear when you put that on. So we're going to go ahead and start with the oil. I know. I'm nervous now. Okay, so I'm going to have my little dish here, and I'm just going to add a little spray of water because some of my paints are really thick. I'm going to add a little bit of black here. And you can layer as many times as you need for that black to let stay. You're doing better, Michelle? Is your stomach okay? So what has everybody been up to? I'm in tutorial mode right now, you guys. So we're going to put some of the black paint in here. And you don't want a cakey brush. Hello, Julianne. How are you? I'm in a different spot. Yeah, because my phone does not video or nothing. I broke it. And then this towel is bigger, and then I was going to draw, so then I was like, oh, how are they going to see it? So I was trying to make sure you guys see it. Do you guys see everything okay, by the way? Belly is better. Good. Okay, so I have my little bit of black here. And you guys can come in with a pencil first and outline your piece. But we're just going to go ahead and let the brush kind of glide, or I'm going to kind of get up here, you guys. Circle. And then we're going to do our little circle here. Don't try to fill it all up on one try, you guys. It's going to look like this. Let that cool down a little bit and dry. And as you work with it, you can do a bigger shape if you want. But going off of what I'm doing, you guys, the shape ends up getting bigger and bigger as you work it, because, you know, we're not professional artists over here. I just want to make sure I got that circle in there for you guys. So that's how it's going to look, a little bit like a scarecrow or jack skeleton. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do some tappy tappy. Because it's not drawing in because our little ball is textured. So we're just going to come in and deepen the tone and do tappy tappy. You guys see that? How it's deepening? Tappy tappy. My paints are really thick. And then you can kind of just shape out the eye even more and more as you go. If you see that you want a wider look, you can put a wider look. I'm going to add a little bit more black and a little bit more water. Good morning. Love It's Garden. Hello, Esmeralda. We're painting faces, girl. Okay, so we're going to keep going with the tappy motion because I kind of want it thicker. And you notice even though I put that guideline all the way down here, I'm not filling it all the way down because that's going to kind of be my guideline for the rest of the layers. Good morning, Raymore. And for you guys that are ordering or ordered Friday, I'm working on orders today. I think my fabric panels are maybe down to 5. So if you want one of those, get your order in. And I have everybody who put in the comments that they want me to add them to the list. Those ones are all put aside. You guys should have all got your invoices. Hello, Andrea. And you guys can go as wide as you want. And every face, you guys, is going to look different. Even my faces will look different. Okay, so there's my face, all right? We're going to go ahead and let that dry before we come in with the rest of the layers. Because if you try to layer on top of this, it's just going to smear, make a mess, and you don't want that. Okay, run errands, Lynn. Well, thank you for popping in anyway and letting me know. Okay, so we're at this step here. And then I got some orange. And the orange I have here, we're going to go ahead and make the nose. So this orange is called Clay Pot Terracotta Folk Art. Oh my God, you guys. I forgot to go grab my... And I'm just going to put a little dab. Remember, my piece here has water. I like a little bit of a pointier brush. And we're just going to mix that a little bit in the water and add the little carrot face. Now remember, your eyes are going to come down here a little bit. You can even put a little dot. You want to... let's go ahead and do that so you guys can do that as well when you do your face. So when I do the dot, I'm going to put in the colors. So like underneath on my little face, my little guy face over here, we have blue underneath. Oh, ooh. This paint needs to be mixed up. What's happening? Trying to come back, but it's hard this time. Sorry, girl. I'm sorry. How many of you guys draw faces? Okay. So I got that mixed up. So I'm just going to put a little dot for you guys where we're going to add the little blue. Just so we know. And then under the blue will be the white. So let's just add a little bit of white. Oh, I didn't even mix that one. Let's go ahead and stamp that. So that will be the white under there. I see there's my layers there. So when I come in and do my nose, it's not overwhelming. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of grab some of this blue and put it there. Alright, guys. This blue is something I just found. It's also from Hobby Lobby. It's called Brumarine. Yes, right. Yeah, he's going to look like Jack the night before Christmas, you guys, because he's going to start like that. He's going to look like a Halloween piece. So it's alright if it does, Esmeralda. You want that Jack looking part. Okay, you guys. So we're going to come in with our orange. And you guys see how he got a little scoopy at the end? Like, it's not a circle. It's like a C. So we're going to go up. We're going to go ahead and start our carrot. We're going to make the little C. And then if you guys want, all you can do is make C's all the way until you got your carrot going on. Want a little curvy? See how the C's do it? Just do C's. C, 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 right. Is that a song? His face is definitely gonna look different, but we got our cute little carrot by making those C's. Okay, and go ahead and rinse that brush. And what I have for my little cheeks is the Distress Oxide Ink Victorian Velvet. It's a Victorian Velvet. I have a special makeup brush that I use to twirl on the cheeks, and I thought I brought it out here, but I don't see it, so we're gonna have to grab something else. So, okay, so we got this. So you made the C's with your little carrot, for your little carrot, and you go down. Now, I might make it thicker depending how it goes, but this is always the first layer, and then you can thicken and do whatever you want on the more layers you go. It's going to be so cute, Karen. Hello, Cindy. So we're going to go ahead and get our velvet pink going on, and we could have did the cheeks first because we do want it to go around our little carrot, but we can always add more carrot as we go. So there's a little pink of our cheeks. How's Cindy? And then we're gonna go ahead and go across, make our pink of our cheeks here. Trying my best to like kind of show you where we're at. Okay, you guys see how we're building that? And I think spraying it did help. So we're gonna go ahead. Okay, Karen, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and do our little pieces here. And what I used for that was a paint marker. And do I have it still out here? Because no, can't Can't be too prepared for you guys, right? I don't know. Am I ever really prepared? Found it. Found it! Better. Good. I'm glad you're improving, my friend. Because this is just a black paint marker from like Amazon, whatever. And my son bought me a whole roll of paint markers. Oh, you're talking about my face? Hey, Eddie. How's my friend? This is... And then I'm going to do the little C's again. You guys work with C's. C's work for everything. Making the oval, making the nose. C's for the eyes. So we're going to make, it's just a C, just shape it different ways. Different ways. Upside down, backwards, whatever. It's all a C. So then we're going to come in and we're going to do the C shape for our, yeah, this isn't going to work. We're going to have to come in with a really thick black. Can it be too thick? Let's try this marker. We're going to come in under the little cheeks that we made and we're going to make that C shape. You guys see that? That's a little C shape. Thank you, Cheryl. And then we're going to go ahead and do the little C shape. On the other side. And then you guys go ahead and shape your mouth. If you want to put dots, put dots. But I'm going to do the little curly, squiggly line across. Because that's kind of how I saw the picture, and that's kind of how I want it. And I'm just kind of drawing this on. My pen's not working, but I might be able to dip that pen into my black paint. Let's see. Are you guys seeing where they take off? I'm sorry. Oh, it's working. Hello, Rose. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody. I appreciate you guys all for being here. My girls out there will tell you hi, welcome you in. Thank you guys. It's not easy drawing a face and paying attention to comments. I've seen, okay, let me go back to what I was saying. I've seen somebody take off these markers. These things and fill them up again with some paint. I wonder if that will work, but I should just get me a Posca pen because those work better. I'm just going to keep dipping. Okay, so there's our face. He's a little bit darker. You can always go over them. And then we have some little eyebrows on them. Once again, you're going to do a smaller C. Think of C's. See, I'm just doing a C. Now my ball is textured. You don't have to get a textured ball. Hello, Robin. How are you? Trying to show people how I did my little face here, but you know. So there we have it. Now I think let's come in with our blue now. And where we put our little dot, we're going to make another C under that red. Hey, hey, Susan. So let me go ahead and grab my brush here. And I got my blue out here. And then we're just gonna make that C casing under his eye. And you guys don't have to draw the C, you can do that tapping motion. But we're just gonna draw that blue under his eye right here. And you wanna like taper it up a little around the black. Let me get up for you guys. So we kind of just drew our little face, and you just want to go around and taper around that black. And if you notice, it's still another C. See, you can even put it sideways. And just taper around that black. And don't rush the second coat because we're going to come in and do another layer. I'm going to have to let this dry a little bit. So now, because we're going to wait for it to dry, we're going to go ahead and do the dots for the eyes because those bring your little eyes to life. And I like to do one big dot. I'm going to go ahead and do the other big dot. And I'm using the end of my paintbrush. And then I like to do a smaller dot. Let me see if I have a smaller paintbrush tip. No, so let's just tap lighter. And then we'll come in and do smaller little dot under it. See how the eyes start to change and have shape to them with the little dots on there? Okay, maybe we can go ahead and come in with a second layer of blue. Let's do a tapping motion. What made it stand out too is you come in with a little bit of white first. Just gonna tap. Well, I wasn't tapping and I blended the black. Okay, let's see if we can give this part a dry without melting up our little snow cone. You guys see it coming to life, you guys? Give me some hearts if you guys are liking this and if you're gonna try it. Make his nose a little bit thicker, you guys. What do you think? So I'm going to come in and add a little bit more to his nose. I want it a little bit longer here. I made him a fat nose, you guys. It's a little bit of a clown. you could leave it. Okay, so now we're going to come in with our whites. So I'm going to get my Fusion Casement and my flatter tip brush, and we're just going to go under that blue. Not all the way under, like kind of taper off the blue. Let me see. Okay, you're going to start from like where your black eye is, and you're going to kind of follow that line down under that blue. And that's going to be your white of your eye. And just keep following that C, that C shape we made until you like the look. I think I made the eyes on the other one a little bigger. It's all right, guys. Okay. And I'm going to do the other one. The other thing you guys can do, you see how I'm using my pinky here to balance off my hand so this hand moves. Lay your pinky down on your piece. Okay. Let's go ahead and dry those eyes. No, it wouldn't, Kimmy. That's why I'm showing you this. We're working with the C pattern. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I use C's to draw. Like the letter C, you just make C strokes. If somebody's out there, and if that's a real thing that I learned somewhere, let me know. Okay, you don't have to do this, but under the eye, I did use a black pen, and I don't know where it's at, and then we went under the eye just to make it, following the white underneath, to give it a little bit. Yeah, right here, Karen, see? Just stick it right there. Of course. And of course we didn't go as far as our dots. So I don't know. I'm probably just going to leave those dots on there. So now I'm just going to trace under that white. You don't have to trace the full line. Just kind of adding a shadow so you see where and if I had a better pen, I would use that. Just so that you see the circle of the eye. See? Does he look like a sad little snowman? I wonder if I could just make some paint some on rice paper for you guys. I'm gonna have to try that because I opened my mouth and said that you can do that, so we're gonna have to try that. Okay, so this is where you come in and you add more detailing to your nose. I'm just gonna outline here. You could come in darker if you want. And then we're gonna kind of shape those little C's that we formed. And then just go up. Oh. I don't know if this helps you guys, me being up here. See how his little nosies is coming to life a little bit more? And then you can just go ahead and outline him with your pen. Probably even a black pen would work on here, but we're just gonna outline him. We're gonna leave those little dots because does it matter? I don't think so. And go ahead and keep outlining him. Okay, you guys. There's our cute little face on there. And then I put eyelashes. So I'm just gonna add 3 little eyelashes just to brighten him up. Once again, using that little C stroke that I showed you guys. Now, I did come in, we're done with our, pretty much our face. I'm gonna give it a quick dry. And what I like to do at this time is I like to spray my Rust-Oleum on top of all the work we did. Hello, Hello, Joanne. So I'm going to spray this over here. Yeah, if you use that little C stroke, and you guys see how I did it, you just do the little C's. And then what I like to do is I come in with my little Oxide Distress ink pad, and then I added some little shading around everything. You don't have to, but this is what I did. I'm gonna get back up here. And like, see how you wanna highlight a little bit more under his back of his nose, adding that little shadow, and then maybe under here. You can just add it wherever you feel you want to add a little bit more depth to it, but you don't have to. This is, once again, personal preference. A little dirty snowball, I guess. So there, oh, my light went out. Let me go walk over there. See if it'll turn back on. How did I get paint all over me? Oh goodness. Okay, so there's our face. We are done with our face, you guys. And I think all of you guys can do this face. I showed you step by step. Doing your little C curvatures, drawing with your marker. You can even use your marker. Karen from Florida. Hello, my friend. Alrighty. Let me clean my mess off. Dude, how did this happen? Hello, Cubbyhole Press. How are you? We're doing a face or a little Santa. Not a Santa, a snowman. We drew his face, so if you guys want to learn how to do this, rewatch that replay. Okay, the last thing we do is we're going to add the little white strokes on his carrot nose. Do you see those little strokes that we have on this one? We're going to add those little highlights to bring his little nose to life even more. I think on that one I painted the black. Once again, I'm going to do my little paint, and we're going to do a little C shape. See? A little C. And then we're just gonna add a few little backward C's and maybe just a little bit of dots going down. I think I want to darken his nose though. So we're gonna come in with some of that black and let's see if we can outline his nose a little bit more. And just have a tiny bit on my brush here. Just gonna come in and I need to find one of those little liner brushes, you guys. Gonna add a little bit more darkness to it. Well, black. That pen didn't. Girls, don't do that, you guys. My lines came out black. Yeah. I need my paint pen. And I don't know what I did with it. I used it yesterday. So now I'm just going to come back in with that orange and cover up some of that black. It's a process, you guys. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let that fully dry. Oh, I can't because I have to do the head, the top. Okay, now our face is done. I'm not going to touch it anymore, you guys. Get yourself a paint pen for all those fine lines. Mine's dead and the other one I used is not working. Oh, well, hello, Anna, and welcome in. Enjoy your coffee and enjoy the show, I guess. Hey, yes. If you guys are following me on YouTube, follow me at Emily's. Oh my God. I have a YouTube channel just for my live Facebooks, and that's Emily Crafts, I think. I will put the link in there, so that's where you guys want to watch it on TV. You can go to that YouTube channel, subscribe over there, and that's where all my lives will be. So you guys have that opportunity to put them on your big TV, follow, and that's where I will put them after I'm done here. I download them and put them over there. All right, you guys. So he's so cute. So he's gonna go on. I think I like it this way. On our little spring. Do you guys see him? He's gonna sit here on our little spring. And party, craft or foul. Let me go grab my glue gun real quick. Daughter's leaving for school. All right. So while this gets hot, I'm going to show you this little, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think of this shabby chic Gingy. I didn't draw no face on him though. I was all like, how does a gingerbread face look? Hold please. Let me know what you guys think of that one. All right. So I got some Jubilee fabric here. And I think I want to bring in. So what I did to attach him is I put a strip of fabric. I glued a strip of fabric down here. And that became our tie here. And then I put a little strip of fabric on the back so you can tie him to the spring. So if you wanted to, you can go ahead and change this out. Oh, I think it's Craft with Emily. I don't know. I'll just think it. I thought I had it. I don't have it. That other YouTube channel. I tried to just put them on my YouTube channel, and then my YouTube channel just took a hit. Like, it didn't know what I was doing. So it was just like, no, Emily. All right. So I'm gonna, and then I came in with a strip of whatever fabric you have for the back, and that's where we tied it to our piece as well. But this one's gonna be the bow. And I want the bow on the side, so that's kind of where I'm going to tie him, more towards the side. It's where I'm just going to hook the little piece of fabric to our ball on the base of it. You love the gingerbread? I'm going to put those up. Cute. I'm going to put those up in the boutique soon. Okay, so that is our top. And then I tied one to the back to hold it onto our piece. And I'm just going to use the muslin fabric, and we're going to add it to the back. And this is just going to help hold our piece to our spring. That way when Christmas is done, you can take off the ball and use it for something else. Okay, so it's gonna go in like that, but I forgot that we have to add our top. So I did a stripe one on that one, but maybe we should do more of a muslin one on this one. What do you guys think? Let me see what else I got. We can do a Christmas scene. It's not long though. Let me see. We can make him lacy. What do I do with that fabric? Because I'm losing my mind, you guys. Oh well. I don't know where that striped fabric went, so I'm going to go ahead and use more muslin. And I am just going to tape this, glue this around his face to the back. I'm just going to start the glue here. And then we can rip off what we don't need. Trying to make sure you guys see. And these pieces, oh my god, there goes my thought process, you guys. It's failing. These pieces are, the ornaments are from Hobby Lobby. I got a big old bag, and then I'm just gonna cut this off and finish just gluing it around. So, and he wants to turn this way. So maybe we'll just let him. And then I just kind of tapered this up, and I got this kind of from Michelle, and then I glued it down here. But I'm gonna go ahead and tie a little string. Go ahead and get another Jubilee red fabric. I don't think it needs to match, but we're gonna go ahead and tie this off here at the base. Kind of do your little cone head and then tie this up here. I'm gonna double knot it. And that's what we're gonna glue to the side. Then we kind of just fold this over. We're gonna glue it and then we're gonna trim this off. You can make his little hat thing as big as you want. Maybe on this one we'll do little like cuts. Maybe we can rip it. I want that glue to dry though a little bit longer. So stinking cute. You love it. Thank you, you guys. Wasn't quite sure if I could pull it off again. Because you know, sometimes I just jump in and do things. But I did a little bit of crafting. So I thought like, hey, we could share this one on my live today. So I am thinking of doing a little bit of a pop-up sale this week sometime. Probably be more at around the 10 o'clock mark. Maybe possibly on Thursday. I just have a pile of stuff on that table that I'm just going to start going through, see if anybody interested. There's a lot of fall that I need to move out. So probably Thursday around 10, you guys. All right. And I'm just going to retie this bow. Now what I did for the hat is I came in with some greenery. No, there's some white here, some white greenery. Do we like this or do we like the green? I think I might mix the white, the green and the white together. And this is just like a garland that I've been picking apart, you guys. Buy them when they're on sale. Get yourself some greenery. Hello, Timmy Creations. Deborah, sweetness, how are you? We're gonna add some greenery to brighten him up. Brighten him up. Sorry I'm missing comments, you guys. Don't mean to. My brain cannot concentrate on everything. So thank you for sticking around. And I don't know what accent that was, but enjoy it. Enjoy it. Then I think I want to add this little white piece to it as well. Okay, I'm gonna add that. And then we want a rusty crusty star. I don't like that one. Robin. Hey Tracy. How are you? Okay, and then we're gonna add the little star to embellish it. Just hold that for a little bit. Okay, so this is what we kind of got. I think I want to put a little strip of red across this one's hat. So let's just see. We're just going to use all kinds of different Jubilee strips. What do you guys think? Yes? If I had fur, I would add the fur, but I don't. I'm hoping to have a pop-up sometime this week. I will be on my Mountain Crafty Creations page. Oh, nice, Cheryl. What day are you trying to plan that? Hello, Karen. Well, now he has a little fray, so I think I'm gonna add this little strip of frayed fabric on top of this other frayed fabric. I didn't think I was gonna be on here this long. I feel like I've been on here for a long time. Just gonna embellish him a little bit more. I want some more. Then we could probably add that into the bow or something. Okay, you guys, so I think our little hat is done. You guys can add more if you want. I'm more of a neutrally girl, but I did put the pops of red in there. So here's our little head. Hello, Michelle. Okay, so then here is our piece. We're gonna see where we want him to lay. And if you need to use the other spring on the bottom, use it. Because if you want him to be tilted a little bit more, you can come in on the second spring and tie him there. I like him like that. What do you guys think? And then I'm just going to tie this in the back. So remember, this is going to be able to remove it. And then here is our bow one that's going to support the front. I'm going to put that through the top. I put everything on the same side on this one, but it's okay. So adorable. Yeah, I don't know if it's mine's gonna be an option either, but we'll see. Okay, so then I'm just gonna tie this in a knot, and then we're gonna add our cutesy little bow. I think I'm gonna put a double bow on this one. Let's go ahead and tie another bow. Side. I'm going to go ahead and add a little button. Let me see if I can find one. Actually, maybe on this one we can do like a... Oh, I thought I had a bell over here. I'm going to add a little bit more greenery too, and let's see if we can find a bell somewhere. And then we'll go ahead and add our we added the, here's my candy cane. So I'm gonna go ahead and add our little candy cane into the little strips there. Then I'm gonna come back with 2 sprigs of my greenery. I'm gonna tuck that in, and then we're gonna focus on doing a little tag. One in the front and then one in the back. This might be a little bit too much. Is everybody hanging on? Renee, hello. You like it, Em? Did I do good? All right. And then I have a button, and then we're gonna do a tag. On that tag, I put "Let It Snow." What do we want this one to say? Hey, look, I found it. Oh no. Where's my pen? Christmas wishes. You could put snowman kisses. Let me see. Let's put Christmas wishes, shall we? Okay, I'm just going to write Christmas wishes on here. And then you just kind of go over the downward strokes only. And make those thicker. Oh, you like snowman kisses? That would have been cute. My hands shake more now. So I have Christmas wishes. Then we're going to come in with our Distress Oxide. Age this up. And then I'm going to crinkle it. And then with a little bit of floral wire, we're just going to attach that on. Okay, let's go ahead and add it down here. And then we can go ahead and glue on a button. I know I have one down here somewhere. I don't like that button. And you guys, you can get these candy canes on Amazon. They're like, I think you get like 12 or so for like $10 or something. I think that's what I paid. Don't quote me. Alrighty, guys. And there you have it, your cutie patootie little snowman. Candy cane came from Amazon. You guys go pick up some greenery, whatever greenery garland you like. You know, break down your face into C shapes, you guys. Add your little tag of cuteness and your spring. So what do you guys think of this one? So then this is the first one I did. He gets a little different vibe to him. Oh goodness. So then I have two, and I will go ahead and put these up in the boutique. Let me just go ahead and add them today. So if you want to look over there later on, one, you can go ahead and shop these two because these will be available. Just gonna go ahead and let them dry, seal them one more time, and then they'll be all set, you guys. If you guys are not following me at the boutique, it is Emily's Upcycle Boutique, where you can shop all my items I make here, Facebook and on YouTube, and any extras I craft. I also have some vintage pieces. I put craft bags up there as well. Let me see what else. And then go ahead and go follow my YouTube channel where you can get all my Facebook lives over there. I was saving some already, but you know, I'll keep them coming. And join me. Right now I'm going to do one live a week, so every Mondays around 8 o'clock it will be my lives right now. And then we'll go from there. Hopefully I can add another one and go from there. But I am going to try to do just a Thursday pop-up, maybe an hour or so, to just sell some pieces. So come join me Thursday at 10. I think at 10. Maybe at 9. I'll let you guys know. But it's going to be Thursday to shop whatever fall pieces we have and stuff like that. So I'll have some craft bags there also that you can bid on. And other than that, you guys, thank you guys all for joining me. You guys enjoy your day, and I will see you next Monday, I guess, unless I do Thursdays. So bye everybody. Have a beautiful day.